Hello, this is Pam from Down Under Recumbent Trike Ventures. Today we are doing a ride into the city, starting from the Powerhouse at New Farm, and we'll ride probably over to South Bank. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and there's a hive of activity going on at the moment. There's some growers, there's lots of people walking and jogging, and there's the city cat going down the river. It's a beautiful day. The city cat is going to come into the little pontoon here. Unfortunately, the bikeway doesn't go all the way along the river, so very shortly we are coming up to Brunswick Street, where we will have to ride along for a short period of time, and then we'll turn into Oxlade Street before we can get back down to the river. We're going up on the footpath because I don't like the idea of being run over by a big cement mixer. Nice house there. Look at that house. Beside the Merthyr Bowls Club, heading back down to the river. And there's our rowers again. More people walking. Such a nice day. A lot of people walk to work and then get changed at work. Beautiful pathways though. We didn't bring Miss Molly today. Although there's plenty of grass here, when we go into the city there's more pavements and we thought it might be a bit too hot for her, so she's resting at home. James decided he wouldn't take his canopy today because we have to take it off for the trike to fit in the car. I had mine with me, but I then forgot to put it on. Now we're coming up to the beautiful views. Have to turn right up into Sydney Street and then back left onto Oxlade Drive. This is our last bit of road, and then we're all along the riverfront into the city. Absolutely beautiful scenery coming up. That's funny. I just gave James a bit of a taste of his own medicine. I ran up the back of him. Funny, because he always says it to me. We are now entering the over-the-water bikeway, which runs parallel to the shore, and you'll be able to see the Story Bridge coming up in the background, and I'll have some good photos of that shortly. That is amazing. doesn't get much better than this. Beautiful views. Last time we rode through here, we rode along the waterfront, but they've changed it so that you are away from the bar areas and the dining areas, so it's a lot safer. You don't have to dodge people who are spilling out of the bars and tables and chairs. Approaching the Eagle St Pier, where there are more dining areas, but there's a little tunnel underneath there, so you dodge most of the people. This morning at 6 o'clock, set up by 7, but in hindsight, due to the number of people that are on here, it would have been better to be riding this bikeway around 10 o'clock. We are riding on now runs on the outside of the Botanical Gardens. There are pathways into the Botanical Gardens which we will take on the way home. There's a few boats moored here. It's a very, very pretty ride along here. There's some beautiful big trees. Like a rainforest area. Very popular. People ride to work. They've got like a little nursery in there. About to go onto the Goodwill Bridge. There's a workman there who, when he saw me with the camera, asked if I got his best side, so I quickly spun it around and he burst out laughing.
Good morning.
This bridge is very well utilised by people going to work, on scooters and just walking. And we have to keep our wits about us that we don't run into anybody and people on skateboards. We are now entering the South Bank area. In 1988, Brisbane hosted the World Expo, and lots of countries from all over the world had pavilions there, and it was a very interesting and magical place to visit. And South Bank is what they did after the event. They created a people space and made a man-made lagoon and lots of lovely gardens.
Not as many people along here now. People seem to have thinned out a bit.
This is the man-made lagoon I was talking about. It stretches out to a considerable distance and is utilised a lot in the summer.
The Victoria Bridge here, which they have now closed to cars, only buses and pedestrians can go across it.
We were sitting having our breakfast. We were watching people on the other side of the river riding on the bikeway, so we just thought we would ride there on the way back. Unfortunately, they're doing a lot of construction on the other side. We couldn't find our way down to the bikeway, so we rode down George Street instead, so you'll get a little bit of the view of the Brisbane city. After a few wrong turns, we eventually found ourselves on the left-hand side, which was the correct side to ride across the Victoria Bridge. Don't come into the city very often, I don't know all the names of these buildings and that, but we may do another ride at another time and I will make sure I find out what the names of them are and some of the history. The building we are riding beside is the Treasury building. My father used to work in this building in the 70s. It has now been turned into a casino. There is also construction on the river building a new casino, the Star Casino, which is why we had the roadworks and couldn't get through. We are now entering into the QUT, which is the Queensland University campus grounds, and which will eventually wind back into the Botanical Gardens.
I don't know what this is supposed to be. This statue. Good morning. Birds.
This video is where we rode through the rose gardens at New Farm Park, and I've just shown you some of the beautiful roses that we saw. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any more of my future videos. Thank you.